All right, we're gonna have a rare truck video today. Trying to figure out time to record some stuff, and now seems like a good time. Top of mind is the eBay changes that go into effect today. Many of you probably know this, but most of you probably don't. eBay promoted listings have changed the rules today, where now if you have a promoted listing, you pay that charge no matter whether it sells from a click from the buyer or not. Let me explain the promoted listing idea. Basically, you're paying eBay an extra percentage for them to promote your listing and to put it out there so it gets more eyeballs. And the way it used to work is you would pay a certain percentage only when the sale happens from a click from the promoted listing. So if they promoted it and put it at the top of the page and somebody clicked on it and bought the item, it's not just cards, it's all of eBay. But if they bought the item, you would pay whatever you agreed to. Now, the way it works is even if that click does not come to a sale on that particular person, if anybody ever clicks on it and it sells organically on its own, you still pay the charge. That's the new rule that has gone into effect today. And there's a lot of people in the reselling business and in the eBay business that are up in arms about this thing. And I tend to agree with what they have to say, but I think it's really a marketing thing. What they should have just done is change the way that they talk about promoted listings. I think it's hitting people so hard because it's not what they paid, what they signed up for. But the way I look at it, I have promoted my listings for years, actually. Before I was even taking this card business thing seriously, I was still promoting my listings because the way I looked at it is I'm selling cards. Most of the cards are everywhere on eBay. So for me, I pay the lowest amount, which is 2%. I've always promoted my listings. And it has grown the eyeballs that see my listings significantly. I would say I get 50% more views based off of promoted listings. And to me, it's worth an extra 2% just for that. Now, I would say about 50% of my sales, actually it's probably less. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but a lot of my sales came from promoted listings, but not all of them did. But I signed up for that 2% no matter how it came. Personally, the way I look at it is I'm willing to give eBay 2% more because I figured out ways to cut costs to eBay in other options. I pay less in fees based on the fact that I do next day shipping. They actually cut your percentage down a little bit if you are on what you pay to eBay if you do next day shipping. A lot of people don't do that. I do because I saw the advantage of having less fees. Now I gotta work harder, and I gotta make sure that I put it out there, and I do my next day shipping, or else I take a ding in the rest of my store. But you gotta find avenues like that. Like, everything changes, man. You gotta survive and adapt, and that's the way I've always ran my business. Now, I haven't been treating my trading card business as a business for as long as a lot of other people. There's guys that have been in this game a lot longer than I have, and they're used to the old ways and don't want to change. I see it at card shows. I see it everywhere. I got a complaint about making YouTube videos explaining giving tips on running your business because there was a guy that was upset because I was giving away the trade secrets. It's like, man, you just got to survive and adapt. Like, you're running a business, man. Things are going to change. So I could get upset and I could throw a fit and I could say, oh, I'm never selling a thing on eBay ever again. But that's silly because it brings in so much more business. I'm selling cards that I would never sell at a card show. I would never sell in person. I could put them up on Twitter or X or Facebook or whatever and maybe get some stuff, but I sell things easier. It's easier to sell things on eBay, and I'm willing to pay for it. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Like, figure out ways to change certain things so that you can bake that into the cake. Bake that extra 2% into the cake. Now, there's guys that are paying 10% extra for promoted listings and 15% extra or whatever. Maybe just lower your promoted listings down. I don't know how many guys in the trading card business actually on eBay promote their listings. Actually, I don't think it's very many. I'm sure there's quite a few, but I don't think it's most people. So maybe it won't even affect most people in our niche of the trading card business. But I personally am willing to give eBay the extra 2%, whether it comes from the click on that day or if it comes from a click later. To me, it's worth it. Is it worth it to you? Do you promote your listings? Is this going to change anything that you've got going on? I'm curious. Let me know. Yeah, oh, here's another thing. So I offer 20% off on trading cards of 3 purchases or more. So if you give me 3 purchases, I take 20% off the top. It's a promotion that I've been running in my store for a long time. Now, I personally think I might lower that down a little bit. Maybe take it down to 15% off because I'm going to be taking 2% off of every sale now. Maybe change that. All you can do is just play with the numbers and figure out a different way to make it work. Adapt and survive. That's the way I look at it. So I'll let you know what I come up with. This is new for everyone. Takes effect today. It'll be tomorrow when you're watching this. But yeah, it's going to affect everyone that sells on eBay. And if you've got a better avenue for selling cards than eBay, let me know because I don't see it. So to me, it's worth the extra 2% that eBay's taken from me. Now, if they changed it so it was 4, 6, 10%, then I probably wouldn't do it. Now, right now I'm paying about 15% in fees going to eBay, and it's worth it to me. Let me know what you think. Catch you on the next video. Peace.